Hey man, you ever felt unstoppable?
Ask around. I'm not the guy you want to go toe to toe with. You're a bitch. Your friends are bitches. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's rumor mill time. That's right. We're hitting the rumor mill. That's why I'm going to commentate. I'm going to do the commentator thing on a rumor. Nothing. This isn't news. This is a rumor. And yes, it's my third H3 video. For money, of course. No. I'm fascinated by this rumor. This rumor has a grain of truth based on the evidence that I'm about to show you. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way it could be true, and I'll tell you that. Well, I'll tell you why if you stick around. So make sure you sub and hit the bell, that whole nine, if you like what we're doing here. Dan from the H3 podcast. There he is. Big blue eyes. Happy man. He's on the H3 podcast, one of the biggest podcasts YouTube has to offer. But I see those eyes. I see him. He wanted what I wanted. He wanted what Ethan wanted. He wanted to have that wacky, stupid Howard Stern show. Unfortunately for Dan, legendary YouTuber H3H3 has courted the woke, which means you can't joke because you never can live up to the ethical standards of the people you've courted. And we've seen this many times when Ethan's made fat jokes, made jokes about gays just recently. You have to constantly apologize for your existence. It doesn't make a good podcast, a good comedy podcast. It doesn't. It can't. It's an immovable object. Dan over here has tried to make it work, and it hasn't. And rumors have popped up since the last H3 podcast, where again he's had to apologize, bend the knee, and not be funny. Where's this rumor come from? Well, you have to take this as a real grain of salt, to be honest with you. This comes from the H3 Reddit, so take it, really, truly take this as a grain of salt. But I'll tell you the rumor. I'll get into why it kind of sounds true, and I'll also tell you why it's probably BS. Still fascinating. The reason I'm making another video. Dan leaving the H3 podcast. There's rumors flying around that on the Discord that Dan is leaving the podcast to start his own. Last night was the final nail in the coffin. He apparently spent 3 hours after the podcast talking with people on Discord about the situation and said he's wanted to start his own podcast for a while now, I'll bet. And last night and the ensuing drama was just too much. There's also rumors about poaching some of the crew members. I don't know how you're going to pay them. Well, it depends on what you're making, I suppose. And Jason Nash being the first guest. Oh, that'd be funny. These are all rumors, and the chat's been extremely divided about the whole situation, I would imagine. The woke fights back. It's one thing you got to give the woke. They fight and complain and throw tantrums. What do you think would happen if this is true? Well, the problem is the odds of this being true is slim to none because this rumor states that it was on Discord. I cannot believe, unless this is a private group of friends, that a recording would have not have taken place. I think it's more plausible that Dan put this rumor out himself and none of this ever happened. Somebody would have recorded this. I can't believe that Dan wouldn't be aware of something like that. I can't. So the odds of this being true is slim to none. As far as, now Dan could want to lead and start his own podcast. I mean, he wouldn't. But as far as it going down in Discord, I really doubt that he opened up about wanting to leave. That being said, let's watch Dan. We did watch a little of this yesterday, but I think it's more important even now. Let's watch Dan's frustration after Ethan starts reading the comments and he starts getting his first bit of backlash after making some gay jokes. He wasn't respectful enough. He wasn't ethical enough, as Jordan Peterson told him. Watch this.
But whatever. What can you do?
For being homophobic to the caller?
That's what... I don't think... I just saw a comment, but I don't think it's really...
Yeah, why are you looking at the comments in the middle of the show? What are you doing?
Good advice.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. People say it was gross and disappointing. Saying you can guess if Matt is a power bottom by his voice is so gross. But I was right. That was the point. Wasn't I? He admitted.
Yeah, of course you were right. And
Frustration
honestly,
builds.
just so over. Shut the f*** up. Shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just trying to make the call fun.
Yes.
And
It's a fucking
do that.
entertaining show. Shut
Yeah.
the f*** up.
No.
Someone says, I don't know what's up.
So disappointing.
Someone said,
Grow up. Jesus Christ.
Dan.
Hey Dan, are you
I don't
doing?
know what's
are you,
up
are
with
you, are you
Ethan.
doing a gay accent? Are you doing a gay accent? Is that disrespectful? Let's rewind that for a second.
No, what's up?
So disappointing.
Someone said,
Grow up. Jesus Christ.
Dan.
I don't know what.
Yeah, Dan, calm down. Know your place. Know your place. Check your privilege. You're the one who should shut up. As your co-host is probably further worried about optics in this situation. If this rumor is true, I completely empathize. And I'm not being ironic here. I've got no ill will against Dan. None. Zero. Zip. I don't feel one way or another about him. I just empathize with the frustration. The freedom to joke about what you want, when you want, is truly a blessing. I say that unironically as well. And I'm sure that's all I ever wanted, and I'm sure that's all Dan ever wanted, and I'm pretty sure Ethan feels the same way.
What's up with Ethan today, but something's off. Bad vibes this episode.
Shut the f*** up. Unsubscribe. Go away. Jesus Christ.
Someone said, I remember, now they're going back. I remember Ethan also asked ContraPoints if she had gotten bottom surgery, and she had to explain. It wasn't any of his business, and that's not a question you should randomly ask a trans person. It wasn't a random question. It was actually an interview, and I asked, you moron. How dare I try to learn about the...
Yeah, and she said that it was okay.
Yeah.
Specifically said, just so you know, that's not an appropriate question to ask any trans person, but I'm happy to answer. It doesn't bother me. And that was an edited episode, and if it was uncomfortable, we would have taken it out.
Well, I actually learned a lot from her.
Yeah, so just...
Someone said,
You're not supposed to learn. You're supposed to shut up when told. That's what you need to learn. This is such a great move for your career.
I think Ethan feels... This is just the thread where everyone's complaining.
Yeah, just...
Well, it's good. I think it's...
Yeah, you look at Ethan desperately trying to get a hold of his dopamine, and it's just not working. The needle can't even puncture the skin.
It's good to address it now. It's good. How many times you get the opportunity to get into a controversy and then respond to it in the same episode?
Yeah,
you don't have to fucking talk about it next time.
Yeah, well, you did not shortly after, and you're still apologizing for it. You got Kat Tembarge calling you out. Somebody that would be, I don't know, the woke that you courted. Smashing you, bashing you, making you out to be a bigot. Wow, this is great. What a good move bringing Hassan on. What a good move.
Someone said, it sometimes feels like Ethan thinks LGBTQ plus people are exotic or something. It's super uncomfy.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think y'all need to
Chill.
Do you think it's hard for a straight person to understand?
How do you tell people to chill? Come to think of it, when you're completely freaking out over every little thing that might be slightly right of you.
And how it feels to always have people define you by how you prefer sex. Is that a valid criticism?
No, because again,
Yeah.
It's the context. This is a loose...
Oh, context matters all of a sudden? I'm sure it doesn't matter for too many of the people you critique. Considering how often Ethan takes other people he dislikes out of context. Yes, we all know it's supposed to be just a fun, loose show where adults get together and talk about things that, I don't know, might be uncomfortable for some people, but you've courted the people that are recreationally outraged and uncomfortable and live to express it and tell others what to do. You know the only thing about this that's surprising? The only thing about this is surprising is that you don't understand what you've done and who you've courted. This was inevitable.
Comedy show, okay? Like,
no, it's not.
Ethan, whole persona is being a bit of a goof. That's why you guys watch. Like, it's
not why they watch now.
Oh my God.
So
you're stunlocking me now. Way more than you're getting stunlocked. I'm so fucking frustrated with these people.
Get the fuck out! So wait, what was that? Where did it even come? What was that saying?
Here's the rumor. Dan's talking about leaving, picking off some of the current talent. I find it personally unbelievable, just for the simple fact that somebody would have recorded this. There's a lot of rats on Discord. Let me tell you. I wouldn't have dared had a conversation like this on Discord. Telephone only. And I would have called a cell phone. I'm sure you can record that too, but you might catch somebody off guard. So there you go. Rumor, unlikely true. But also understandable. If it happens, you know why. Feel bad for Blue-Eyed Dan. Poor Dan. Just wants to have a laugh. Have a laugh. Have a laugh. Dan, let's see how quickly you get canceled if you leave this podcast trying to hug both ends, because something tells me you haven't learned a goddamn thing. Because as soon as you start going after German types to please and quarter an audience, that means you're theirs. Whether you're liberal or not, it really doesn't matter. You will never be ethical enough. It's madness. It's a religion. And it sucks.
And while you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist.